Hey, what's up YouTube? Sky Badger here, and we are back on day, I think it's day 31 today? Let's just check that out. Yep, day 31. We're in first place. We are the fourth most advanced nation, although considering Spain's not looking too good, I don't suspect he will hold number one much for longer. We might even catch him pretty soon. So, not too much to talk about today, so this episode should be a fairly quick one. If we come down into the south where we're fighting Egypt, as you can see, we have deployed submarines along the Egyptian coast. And these are just for scouting, so we can scout out targets for our railroad guns. So the thing with railroad guns is they have such long range that they can't always see their targets. So I'm going to scout out their railroad guns, start firing on them, and they won't be able to see where the fire is coming from, so they won't be able to fire back. Unless they move their destroyers, which I hope they don't do. So that could be a bit of an issue. So on that note too, I do need to do something about these destroyers that are down here at the moment. There's not much I really can do, but a solution to that would be nice. We already have enough troops across the stretch of water that we don't need to worry about sending any more across, but at the same time, you can use these to scout out and see what our troops are doing and where they're going. So Egypt and Algeria have done some raids over the past few days, but they haven't really made much ground. If they kept pushing, they could potentially do a lot of damage, but they seem to move, then stop. So they're really restricting themselves on what they can accomplish, and I just seem to be able to push them back. It's like a one step forwards, one step back sort of approach for them. So as we can see at the moment, Algeria pushed down and he was able to take this province here, which is irritating, because it means I can't get my aircraft all the way up over to here where they're going to be needed pretty soon. But at the moment, there's not too much for them to do. So I'm stuck with one artillery unit just bombing this out. Now, I do hope he does decide to try and counterattack and attack this sect here, because that will get the battle over way faster. And it will be, preferably one of the better options. Although I don't mind sitting here for the next couple of days while this artillery unit bombs out. Either that, or he can retreat and move on, and I'll get my province back. And then I can keep pushing. So at the very least, we need to try bomb out the anti-air units, and then we can send in our aircraft. Once again, I'm just trying to keep casualties to a minimum. To help speed up the process though, I am working on some railroad guns, and I'll get those employed to start shooting at them soon. Now originally I had intended to use the railroad guns to shoot at their railroad guns, just so I could deploy my railroad guns out of range and he would struggle to be able to shoot back. Now, the reason for that is, at this point in time, my own artillery, regular artillery, is nearly as strong as railroad. So, railroad guns, they do about 3.5 and 3.5. So, at the moment, artillery is a cheaper and faster option. It has a far greater speed, can be moved around a lot quicker, and yeah, it's definitely a lot better. So, we are also grouping some rockets up over here, and at the moment they are only level 1. However, within the next few hours we will get to level 2. Once these are done, I intend to bomb out, was it this one or this one? Yeah, this target here with this group of railroad guns, and then I can at least make some ground and start moving up a bit more. So, rocket the capital, do some damage, or I might even hit this one, I guess, I don't know. I'll see how I feel when the rockets are upgraded, but I'll definitely hit something over here. We've got a lot of other rockets heading down into the region as well, as you can see. They're on their way down, but they won't get there for some time. So, we will have plenty of targets to use them on. We just need to wait for them to get into the region. We're also grouping some up here, and this is just for home defense, just so we have something in reserve. So, yeah, these rockets here will very likely see no use, and we'll just sit there till the end of the game, but better safe than sorry. I have also added some more troops to this stack here that will go on defense in case Greater Finland tried anything. I'm still pissed that he's got units on my border. Like, I mean, he can see I have no troops down here. Honestly, like, if Spain, Egypt, Algeria, Yugoslavia, Romania had not attacked me, I would have doubted this already. Like, I mean, what sort of ally actually does this? It's lucky I've been preoccupied. I mean, he hasn't done anything yet. So, personally for me, I find this sort of thing here, placing troops on a border with an ally, very, very untrusting. It's not a good sign. Now, this is the sort of thing you look for when you're looking for someone to backstab you. He's got a large amount of troops in his core, and I can understand why, considering he isn't fighting really in the region. All of his troops are going over to America, but you don't need to keep, you know, groups like this on your allies' border. Like, yeah, it's irritating too, and especially how he does this. Like, he sets the armored car off, facing in this direction, away from the troops. I don't know what's up with that, but either way, if I had not been so busy, I would have done something about this, because that's no way to treat your allies, and I'm not going to stand for, you know, like, I mean, he's kept back nearly 10%, 10 to 20%, even at one point, 25% of my forces back in my core to protect me, just so I wasn't taking any risks. Yeah, you probably will dodge a bullet this time, but in the future, I'm going to make it clear that that shit won't stand. So anyway, rockets up here for defense, just in case. Hell, in the last day, I might even fire them off, just to teach them a lesson. Because that is not on. Like, I mean, look at me and Sweden. Look at our lovely clean borders with very few troops on them. And I mean, I started our relationship by killing 4 of his troops, and yet we get on just fine. Sure, you know, he has some troops along his borders up here, but these are just a whole territory. It's not like he's camping troops up all along this border down here. I don't know. I just don't get some people. It just doesn't make sense to me sometimes. If I was looking for someone to backstab me, I'd be pretty certain Greater Finland's going to do it at some point. It's just irritating, because every couple of hours I have to check to make sure he isn't backstabbing me. So, you know, it is irritating when you have allies like that that clearly do not trust you. It does not make for a very trusting environment, and it is not pleasant to work with. So, yeah, in the future I'm going to be a lot more clear about that with my allies, that placing troops on the border is a no-no. In fact, did I actually discuss that with him? I may have discussed that with him. Okay, so I never explicitly stated that we couldn't have troops on our borders, so I guess I can't really backstab him for that. But I did mention it down here, and I did say that I would attack him in 24 hours if he didn't comply. And he's yet to comply. So, I mean, there is still that option there if I want to take it, but I think I might be nice. Yeah, I don't like backstabbing, but he still hasn't complied. So, I don't know. Anyway, maybe in a future episode I backstab Greater Finland for keeping, at one point, as much as 1/3 of my forces tied up, defending my core from an ally. Anyway, so let's just move on. We've talked enough about Greater Finland. So, as we can see, troops bombing out with artillery, taking it slow. No need to take pointless casualties. Okay, so that's just 2 troops there. So this one here is going to take some time. With only 2 artillery, we're going to be likely stuck there for a while. I am building some more artillery in the neighboring cities, but that's going to take some time to get there. I've also dispersed some commando units out into the deeper regions just to raid. A reveal all, we got a day change revealed that Egypt does not have too many troops left in this region over here, and in fact, once we push down to this area, it should just be a walk in the park into Algeria. Over here, we recently engaged the majority of the Algerian fleet, and we beat it offline. So I wasn't even online to be there, but as we can see, we were able to take out the majority of the Algerian ships. So, you know, that's something right there. I think it was yesterday when that happened. So if we come here, have a look at myself, yeah, where is it? As we can see here, if we have a look at that, yeah, so 18th cruiser, 9th destroyer, 11th submarine, 21st submarine. Yeah, we did a lot of damage to the Algerian fleet at day change. So it's not much is happening over here. We're just sending our fleet across. We're just going to secure the Gibraltar Straits, and then we're going to send our troops across. In terms of what we're building and what we're producing, we're spending a lot on our food economy once again to make sure we had the food to do what we need to do. And we're just building rockets, railway guns, but not too much, to be honest. Just mostly rockets and still keeping up commando production. So I'm going to end the episode here. I'm going to rocket these targets over here soon. But yeah, there's not much more to say, so thank you for watching.